G'day everybody, here comes another Learn Some Drums lesson. This time it's for The Man by The Killers. Now the beat doesn't change too much throughout the entire song, but there are a couple of really cool fills that we want to break down and check out as well. So I'm going to mix up the lesson a little bit today, but I'll explain more about it when I jump on the kit. This is one of those songs that doesn't have too much going on, but there are lots of little subtle changes. So I think what I'm going to do today is play through big sections of this song and then go back and focus on any of the fills and stuff that I think are a little bit tricky so that you can work them out as well. Other than that, you'll just be able to add in whichever extra kick drums, whichever extra hi-hats that you think are appropriate. So let me start out with the intro. I'm going to play through the whole section, then we'll go back and focus on the fills. Let me play through those first 4 bars slowly, just so you can get an idea of the main groove, and there's also a couple of tricky little extra toms in this bit as well. The second 4 bars of that section has a really similar vibe, and we're just going to finish up the intro by coming off on beat 4 with a crash cymbal. Alrighty, now let me play through verse 1. So first up, let's grab that weird little tom thing that's built into the groove. Slowly, it goes like this. So for that, just try and get your left hand up onto your first tom, probably underneath your hi-hats as quickly as possible, and then make sure that you don't get too tangled up when you're reaching down to that floor tom as well. Moving along, we've got a fill at the end of the 8th bar. I can hear the hi-hats still going over the top of that fill, but you could definitely leave them out and just play the snare drum if you wanted to. Alright, let's look at the next fill. Next up is our pre-chorus, and I'm going to play straight through that section now. Okay, so I think if we just look at the fill at the end of that section, that should definitely work. Slowly, it goes like this. Alrighty, and now we're into the chorus. I think that chorus is pretty self-explanatory, so let's move straight on to the next verse. Once again, I would say that verse is pretty straightforward. We just got to get those quick kicks in at the end of the bar, and then the fill at the end just goes like this. That moves us into another pre-chorus, so let me play that for you. I'll play that whole pre-chorus for you slowly just because it has those extra floor toms within the groove, and then the fill at the end is a little bit tricky as well. Now we're into a chorus again. Next up is a post-chorus section, which again has a really similar groove and is very straightforward. So after that post-chorus, we're into a bit of a breakdown where there's kind of like a little bit of a guitar solo, and it goes like this. Let me jump back in and break down that last fill for you again. Then we're into another chorus. And that last fill once more. Next up, we have a section where we just break things down, so we're just 4 on the floor with a fill at the end. This fill is a little bit tricky, so let me play it for you slowly. Next up is the second last section of the song, and it's one of those post-choruses again, so let me play through that. Now I'll break down the second 4 bars of that just a bit slower. And now we have the outro. And that very last fill, one more time, a bit slower. And there we go, that is how you play Drums to the Man by The Killers. I hope that's been really helpful and that you can grab some of those great fills and also work on that really cool swinging groove right the way through the song. Anyway everyone, have fun with it, happy practicing, I'll catch you at the next lesson.